Top 4 Healthiest Vegetables to Heal Cancer and Disease. Dr. Thomas explained. Within the aisles of your local grocery store, hidden amongst the familiar produce, lie 4 vegetables possessing extraordinary potential, a fact that has captivated researchers for decades. These are not mere ingredients for a meal, but rather potent allies in the ongoing battle against some of our most formidable health adversaries: cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and chronic inflammation. It's a curious paradox that while these nutritional powerhouses are readily available, most individuals pass them by, unaware of the profound impact they could have on their well-being. I am Dr. Thomas Morgan, and my journey through the practice of medicine and extensive study of nutritional science has afforded me a unique perspective on the ever-shifting landscape of health trends. However, what I am about to share with you transcends fleeting fads. It is grounded in robust scientific evidence, validated by years of peer-reviewed research. These 4 vegetables hold the genuine capacity to fundamentally alter the course of your health, provided you understand how to harness their inherent strengths. I urge you to remain with me until the very conclusion, as the 4th vegetable on this list is one that might truly surprise you, and the scientific backing behind its efficacy is nothing short of remarkable. At the heart of most chronic diseases and cancers lies a common enemy: inflammation and oxidative stress. Each day, our body's cells are under assault from free radicals, unstable molecules that can wreak havoc on our DNA, cell membranes, and tissues. While our bodies possess natural defense mechanisms, when the production of free radicals overwhelms our capacity to neutralize them, we enter a state of oxidative stress. This pervasive condition is a primary driver behind the development of cancer, cardiovascular ailments, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, and even the acceleration of the aging process. Furthermore, chronic low-grade inflammation, often imperceptible to our senses, is now recognized as one of the most dangerous underlying factors in modern health. A seminal study published in the esteemed journal Nature Medicine revealed that diseases stemming from inflammation are responsible for over 50% of all global deaths. This stark statistic underscores the urgent need for proactive strategies, and a significant part of the solution lies within the food we consume, specifically certain vegetables that are endowed with compounds capable of combating inflammation, neutralizing free radicals, and even disrupting cancer cell proliferation at a molecular level. The first of these remarkable vegetables is one you've undoubtedly encountered, yet its full spectrum of benefits remains largely unrecognized. We're talking about broccoli. While the notion of broccoli as a potent medicinal agent might elicit skepticism, its scientific credentials are exceptionally compelling. Broccoli belongs to the cruciferous family of vegetables and contains a compound known as glucoraphanin. In its raw state, glucoraphanin is relatively inactive. However, the act of chewing broccoli initiates a remarkable transformation. It activates an enzyme called myrosinase, which converts glucoraphanin into sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is, quite frankly, one of the most intensely studied anti-cancer compounds in nutritional science today. Research conducted at the renowned Johns Hopkins University has illuminated sulforaphane's mechanism of action. It works by activating a protein within the body, known as NRF2, often referred to as the master regulator of the antioxidant response. Once NRF2 is activated, it triggers the expression of over 200 cytoprotective genes, which in turn produce antioxidant and detoxifying enzymes. In essence, sulforaphane dramatically amplifies your body's intrinsic defense systems, but its protective capabilities extend further. A study published in Cancer Prevention Research demonstrated that sulforaphane can effectively inhibit the growth of cancer stem cells. These are the particularly resilient cells that are often resistant to conventional cancer treatments and are frequently implicated in cancer recurrence. This observed effect was noted in models of breast, prostate, and colon cancers. Further research from the University of Michigan found that sulforaphane was capable of reducing the size of breast cancer tumors in mice by over 50%. It is important to maintain a balanced perspective. Many of these studies are still in their early phases and often conducted in laboratory or animal models. Nevertheless, the sheer consistency of the findings is difficult to dismiss, and population-based studies lend further support. Analyses of dietary patterns across large cohorts consistently reveal that increased consumption of cruciferous vegetables is associated with lower incidences of several cancers, including lung, colorectal, and prostate cancers. A critical practical consideration must be addressed. Most individuals inadvertently destroy sulforaphane in their preparation of broccoli. Boiling broccoli, for instance, deactivates the myrosinase enzyme, halting the conversion process that generates sulforaphane. To preserve the maximum amount of sulforaphane, lightly steaming broccoli for no more than 3 to 4 minutes is recommended. Even more beneficial is consuming it raw. An ingenious workaround to mitigate sulforaphane loss during cooking is to add a small amount of mustard powder to cooked broccoli. Mustard itself contains myrosinase, which can compensate for any enzyme activity lost during the heating process. This simple culinary adjustment can make a significant difference in realizing the full benefits of this cruciferous powerhouse. Therefore, consider making broccoli a deliberate addition to your meals rather than an afterthought. Our second featured vegetable boasts a history of medicinal use spanning over 5 millennia. Ancient Egyptians recognized its restorative properties, administering it to laborers involved in pyramid construction to maintain their strength and ward off illness. Hippocrates, widely regarded as the father of modern medicine, prescribed it for ailments ranging from fatigue to infections. Modern science is now beginning to unravel the precise mechanisms that underpin this ancient wisdom. We are referring to garlic. Garlic contains a compound called alliin. Alliin, in isolation, exhibits limited biological activity. However, the moment a clove of garlic is crushed, chopped, or chewed, alliin encounters an enzyme named alliinase. This enzymatic reaction yields allicin, the primary biologically active molecule in garlic, responsible for its characteristic pungent aroma. More significantly, allicin and its subsequent breakdown products have demonstrated remarkable effects in scientific investigations. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of Nutrition and Cancer, which compiled results from 27 epidemiological studies, found a strong association between high garlic consumption and a significantly reduced risk of colorectal cancer, a particularly prevalent and often fatal form of cancer globally. Complementing this, a substantial study known as the Iowa Women's Health Study, which monitored nearly 42,000 women over a 5-year period, reported that those who consumed garlic most frequently exhibited a 35% lower risk of developing colon cancer compared to their counterparts who rarely incorporated it into their diet. The health benefits of garlic, however, extend far beyond cancer prevention. A systematic review published in the Journal of Nutrition indicated that garlic supplementation could significantly reduce both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in individuals diagnosed with hypertension, with effects sometimes rivaling those of certain pharmaceutical interventions. Furthermore, studies have shown garlic's capacity to lower LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol, by as much as 10 to 15% in some instances. The multifaceted benefits of garlic are attributed to its potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. The sulfur compounds present in garlic, including allicin, diallyl disulfide, and S-allylcysteine, work synergistically to dampen inflammatory signaling pathways, mitigate oxidative stress, and even exhibit antimicrobial activity against antibiotic-resistant bacteria in laboratory settings, a finding of particular relevance given the escalating global crisis of antibiotic resistance. A crucial practical insight regarding garlic preparation is its profound impact on its health benefits. Research conducted at Penn State University revealed that allowing crushed or chopped garlic to rest for approximately 10 minutes before cooking facilitates the completion of the alliinase reaction, thereby maximizing allicin production. If raw garlic is immediately introduced to a hot pan, the heat can denature the enzyme before the reaction can fully occur, leading to a significant loss of its therapeutic potential. Therefore, the recommended approach is to crush the garlic, allow it to sit for 10 minutes, and then proceed with cooking. Incorporating 1 to 2 cloves of garlic daily, whether consumed raw or lightly cooked, represents a genuinely powerful habit for enhancing overall health. Moving on to our third featured vegetable, we encounter a dark leafy green that, in my estimation, is one of the most profoundly underappreciated foods available. While often overshadowed by trendier superfoods, the scientific evidence supporting spinach's efficacy is truly extraordinary. Spinach is exceptionally rich in a class of compounds known as carotenoids, particularly lutein, zeaxanthin, and beta-carotene. These are fat-soluble antioxidants that play a vital role in safeguarding cellular DNA from oxidative damage. Beyond these well-known components, spinach also harbors a unique compound called MGDG, monogalactosyl glycerol, which has recently garnered significant attention from cancer researchers. A study published in the journal PLOS ONE demonstrated that MGDG extracted from spinach exhibited marked inhibitory effects against human prostate and breast cancer cell lines. The researchers observed that MGDG appeared to interfere with the cancer cell's ability to replicate DNA, effectively halting their progression. While this research is still in its nascent stages, the findings are remarkably promising and warrant close attention. Spinach also stands out as one of the richest plant-based sources of dietary nitrates. Within the body, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, a molecule crucial for relaxing and dilating blood vessels, thereby improving blood flow and helping to lower blood pressure. A clinical trial published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics reported that participants who consumed spinach daily for a week experienced measurable improvements in arterial stiffness and blood pressure, key indicators directly associated with cardiovascular disease risk. Furthermore, the folate content of spinach deserves special mention. Folate, a B vitamin, plays a critical role in DNA synthesis and repair. Adequate folate intake has been linked to a reduced risk of several cancers, including colorectal and cervical cancers, as efficient DNA repair is a primary defense mechanism against the transformation of cells into malignant ones. Spinach is among the most outstanding dietary sources of folate accessible to us. A practical tip for maximizing spinach's benefits involves pairing it with a source of healthy fat, such as olive oil, avocado, or nuts. This combination dramatically enhances the absorption of its fat-soluble carotenoids, which the body struggles to absorb efficiently in the absence of fat. Thus, that spinach salad adorned with an olive oil dressing is precisely the right way to prepare it for optimal nutrient uptake. And now, we arrive at the fourth vegetable on our list, the one I promised would be a surprise, a food that most people seldom associate with medicinal properties. I urge you to pay close attention, as the scientific evidence supporting this particular vegetable is exceptional. We are talking about beets. Some might perceive beets as merely a deep purple-red vegetable that has a tendency to stain everything it touches. However, beets are packed with a class of compounds called betalains, specifically betanins and beta-xanthins, which are the pigments responsible for their distinctive vibrant color. These betalains are emerging as some of the most potent anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer agents ever identified in plant-based foods. A study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry revealed that betanins derived from beets exhibited remarkable anti-proliferative effects against human prostate and breast cancer cell lines. The researchers noted that betanins not only slowed cancer cell growth, but also appeared to induce apoptosis, the process of programmed cell death. In essence, they were observed to activate the cancer cell's inherent self-destruct mechanisms, a profound finding that explains why beet-derived compounds are now under investigation as potential adjuncts to conventional cancer therapies. Beyond their anti-cancer potential, beets possess another superpower that remains largely unrecognized by the public. Beets are among the most concentrated dietary sources of nitrates found in the entire plant kingdom, and their impact on cardiovascular health is nothing short of extraordinary. A landmark study conducted at Queen Mary University of London demonstrated that consuming just 1 cup of beetroot juice daily led to a reduction in blood pressure of an average of 8 mmHg systolic and 4 mmHg diastolic in individuals with hypertension. To put this into perspective, a reduction of this magnitude is comparable to the effect observed with first-line antihypertensive medications. This is not a minor effect. It is clinically significant. Emerging research also links beet consumption to enhanced brain health. A study from Wake Forest University found that older adults who adhered to high nitrate diets, which included beet juice, exhibited significantly increased blood flow to the frontal lobes of the brain, the region most associated with cognitive functions such as decision-making and memory. Given that cognitive decline and dementia are among the most feared conditions in our aging population, this finding holds immense importance. Furthermore, beets are a rich source of betaine, a compound instrumental in liver detoxification and the regulation of homocysteine. Elevated levels of homocysteine, an amino acid, represent a significant risk factor for heart disease and stroke. The fiber content inherent in beets also plays a crucial role in supporting a healthy gut microbiome, which we now understand to be intricately connected with immune function, mental well-being, and cancer prevention. Whether roasted, juiced, or incorporated raw into salads, consuming beets 2 to 3 times per week can contribute substantially to your cardiovascular health, bolster your anti-cancer defenses, and enhance your cognitive resilience over time. To summarize, we have explored 4 readily available vegetables with remarkable health-promoting properties. Broccoli, with its sulforaphane, acts as a potent activator of your body's master antioxidant response and specifically targets cancer stem cells. Garlic, a veritable powerhouse of anti-inflammatory compounds, offers protection for your heart and has demonstrated cancer-preventive effects across numerous large-scale studies. Spinach contributes to DNA integrity, supports cardiovascular health, and reduces cancer risk through multiple simultaneous mechanisms. And finally, beets showcase genuine anti-cancer activity, can lower blood pressure to levels comparable to medication, and offer promising benefits for brain health and cognitive function. None of these vegetables are exotic or prohibitively expensive. They are waiting for you in your local grocery store. The cumulative effect of consistently integrating these vegetables into your diet year after year represents precisely the kind of evidence-based, long-term strategy that offers the greatest potential for a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. It is imperative to clarify a critical point. While food is indeed medicine, it is not a substitute for professional medical care. If you are currently managing cancer, heart disease, or any serious medical condition, please collaborate closely with your healthcare provider. These vegetables should be an integral part of a comprehensive approach to your health, not a replacement for established medical treatment. However, your daily dietary choices undeniably matter, and the science unequivocally supports this. Armed with this knowledge, you are empowered to make informed and impactful choices for yourself and your loved ones. If you found this information valuable, which I sincerely hope you did, please take a moment to click the like button. This simple action helps to disseminate this vital information to a wider audience, as this is knowledge that everyone deserves access to. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to do so. Each week, I deliver science-backed, practical health information that you can readily implement in your life. Remember to activate the notification bell so you don't miss out on upcoming content. In my next video, I will be delving into a topic that has genuinely surprised many of my patients: The truth about 5 common foods that are insidiously accelerating inflammation in your body, and importantly, identifying smarter alternatives that can replace them. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. This is Dr. Thomas Morgan. Prioritize your well-being, for ultimately, you are the primary custodian of your health. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.